Hi there. Welcome to this episode of The Weekly Send. The Weekly Send is powered by Foundland Technologies' nonprofit core. Transform your organization with a comprehensive software solution built for nonprofits. And by 1832 Communications, partnering with your nonprofit to help you build more relationships and raise more money. Today, we have a bit of a special episode as I'm joined by a frontline fundraiser of a small nonprofit located in Idaho. Jamie Jovanovich Walker is here with us, and I'd like you, Jamie, if you could introduce yourself and the organization that you work for.
Great. Thank you so much for letting me be here. My name is Jamie. As Ephraim said, I am with Palouse Land Trust. We work in north central Idaho and right along the Washington border. And we basically do private land conservation. We protect all the spaces that are really, really important to our entire community here in the area. And I'm the
Fantastic.
communications and development coordinator for PLT.
Okay, so with that hat, PLT is doing wonderful work. I keep on top of it through Jamie's emails, e-newsletters, and all of that. But we're going to be using Jamie's fundraising and communication skills today to look at an email she sent to her subscribers recently. And it's an email that caught my eye, and I said, we have to feature it on the send. So I'm going to start, as we do with every episode, with the subject line, which says, not goodbye, but so long for now. So two things happened. One, I got a little scared. What are they stopping to email me? But I like the email because it got me wondering, oh, what's going on? And I want to open up that email. So that is a good subject line. In terms of who it came from, Jamie, Palouse Land Trust, that's perfect. I've got a name and the name of the organization that will stand out in my inbox. And then Jamie does this perfectly. Who's it from? It's Jamie's email, Jamie at Palouse Land Trust. And the reply is to Jamie at Palouse Land Trust. We talk in every episode about making sure that you set up your emails and your e-newsletters as a one-to-one communication. This way, if I reply to this email, it's going directly to Jamie. Now, if you're getting this email, you're not sure who Jamie is, well, we're going to show you who she is in about a second, because you're going to see in this email, her e-signature is right there. We're going to get to that soon. But let's start with the email itself and why it caught my eye. Jamie starts almost all of her e-newsletters with a personal note, which I love. And this one says, hi, Ephraim, so it's personalized, which is perfect. I've started and deleted this email over a dozen times now. I don't want to write it. I don't know how to share this, but it's honestly not my story to tell. It's Marcel's. Fantastic opening. And then she has the call to action. Please take a moment to read Marcel's beautiful note on what the immediate future holds for him here. And my question to you, Jamie, is there's a story here about Marcel. I don't know what it is yet, and we'll share it soon with everybody. But can you tell me, why did you decide to share this specific email with your subscribers?
Sure. We like to think, this is going to sound so cliche, but I like to think, and I try to hone in on our messaging, that our supporters really are part of our team. We are a family. And as a family, staff, board, donors, volunteers, supporters, we all know each other in some way. And we had something really big happen with Marcel, my colleague, and a lot of our supporters, I would say most of them, knew him either through our communications or volunteering with him, or any of the other number of ways that he connected with the community. And something big happened to him, and just like I would call my mom if I fell down and broke my leg, I needed to tell our family what was going on with Marcel. And it felt like the right thing to do. And we wanted to make sure everyone knew what was going on at their and our land trust.
Excellent. I want everybody to understand what Jamie just said. This is a fantastic example of understanding and knowing your subscribers, knowing your donors and your supporters, knowing your family, as she said it. And sharing this email then becomes something that is just, this is what we do. There probably wasn't even a thought behind it, although she said, I've started and deleted this email a dozen times now. But the fact is, she's going to share this story about Marcel. I love that. The second thing I'd like to point out here is, look how short this email is. Sometimes the shortest, simplest emails that are going to get you the most clicks. You don't have to send out this 5 paragraph long email. And so, Jamie, my question to you is, first of all, what's the normal click-through rate for your e-newsletters?
We are anywhere from 5 to 8%. I would say we hover around 7 most of the time.
Okay, so right off the bat, Jamie's doing great work because her click-through rate at 7% is 150% higher than the nonprofit average. So that's amazing. For this specific email, what was your click-through rate, Jamie?
Oh, it was a whopping 40.2%. I still can't believe it.
40.2%. That means 4 out of 10 people who opened this, who got this email, clicked. That is amazing. That is a ridiculously high number. This is another great example of sharing content that is not a fundraising ask necessarily. It's a story about Marcel getting a really high click-through rate because people they want to know. If you know your subscribers and you know the content they're interested in, they're going to click. And this is how Jamie builds the relationship with all of her email subscribers. This is wonderful. I love those numbers. That data point just makes me so happy because you knew what to say, how to say it, and boom, you got people to take action. Perfect. I want to share with you 2 other things that Jamie does in every single email that also we should be learning from. Number 1, this e-signature. Thank you for your kindness and support. I love this script e-signature. I love that Jamie has her headshot here, her name, her position, her email. It is a one-to-one email. If you remember at the beginning, I discussed that the reply to and the from are from Jamie. Here she is. And now you know who it is, and you've got that one-to-one communication going. The second thing that they always have in their emails here in the footer are their social media icons and follows. People aren't going to read all your emails. Get them to connect with you in other places, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it doesn't matter where. Get people to connect with you. And that's why you should always have your social media icons in your footer. Folks, this is an excellent email from top to bottom, from a small little nonprofit, but this is how you connect with people. I'm going to take a quick look into the mobile version. Also, plenty of white space, easy to skim and scan. I see what Jamie is telling me she wants me to do. I know who it's from. Boom, I'm going to click here. It's on this link. Let's find out more about Marcel. We go to the Palouse Land Trust website, to their blog, and here it is. I'm assuming this is Marcel, and it says good night, not goodbye. And before I get into the actual post, Jamie, who wrote this post? Is that you or was it Marcel?
This was straight from Marcel, and that was something that was really important, that we weren't just regurgitating information. We asked him if he would be willing to share, and he was more than willing.
That's perfect. So it's told in first person. And that's also excellent for people to hear it straight from Marcel, as opposed to what Jamie said, an intermediary being in the middle. And Marcel simply shares this story that he was in an accident back in January. He sustained a concussion in the crash. Recovery has been slow. And what he has decided is to offer his medical resignation from Palouse Land Trust. And as he says here, and this matches the title of this blog post and also the subject line of the email. So Jamie, again, has done a wonderful job of connecting it all the way through. This may be good night, but it is not goodbye. I hope to see you out on the trail and more. With gratitude, Marcel. So all of this is there's pictures here. Jamie has done a great job getting this out to everybody. Marcel wrote this, and then Jamie did exactly what you should do on every single blog post. She had a call to action, and she added here at the end, if you would like to connect with Marcel, please email him. He'd love to hear from you. Jamie, did anybody actually do that?
Quite a few, from what I understand, and I also received emails, feedback back as well, to forward to him and then to thank us for an update on him. So I think it worked all the way around.
That is amazing. So you can see what Jamie built here with a small email and a blog post. She has kept her subscribers updated on a recent event that they knew about. She knows what her subscribers want to hear about. She kept it simple and short, and she got that high click-through rate. Everybody wanted to go in, and read and connect with Marcel and just thank him or whatever message they wanted to send him. So let's look at takeaways for today's episode. Number one, know your subscribers. Jamie does that really, really well. That includes every monthly e-newsletter she sends that I'm subscribed to, and I love those newsletters. She does a great job with that. Number two, keep subscribers updated on issues they care about. Jamie, on that one, I'm pretty sure you had told me there was a campaign, a fundraising campaign to help Marcel out. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Right. Yeah. So, excuse me, in March, when we realized that, oh my gosh, it's been 2 months, we're still without him and he's still really struggling, we started a GoFundMe. And it wasn't through the land trust, it was through our executive director personally. And we sent it out in our e-news, we sent it out on our social media, and that GoFundMe raised over $12,000 in about 3 days for Marcel. And it was just wildly incredible and wonderful. And it really showed that folks did know him and care about him. And when we looked, a lot of those supporters were our supporters too. So we knew it was
Amazing.
important that we keep them updated.
Amazing. So this is not, that's why Jamie has this email now. They did a campaign last month. Now she's updating them on an issue that they care about. You want to do that. And final takeaway, KISS, I know what it stands for, but I use keep it simple and short. Sometimes those short, sweet, simple emails are going to do the best for your organization. Jamie, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you sharing this email with us and sharing your insights into the email. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A pleasure. And thank you for being here for this episode of the Weekly Send, where we help your organization upgrade your email fundraising and marketing. We'll see you next episode.